are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Females made you just to trick me, trick me, trick me, trick me. 'Cause baby girl, you are so easily pretty. The only reason that I can do tonight is 'cause I know you were invited. The only reason that this dress is can tight is 'cause I thought that you would like it. I'm only gone for this.
On this episode of Jessica Javens Talk, my guest, I actually met a few weeks ago in person, and it was such a good connection. He's just so enthusiastic about his new lifestyle. It wasn't an easy journey, though. It was tough. There were so many ups and downs, both work-related, personal life, relationships, like the whole thing happening. But guess what? He's at the best spot of his life right now, and we're going to show you how and why. And I would love to welcome Theodore, which I'm going to call Theo. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here with us. He's also known as the vegan homeboy, and now he's going to share also about his. Yeah, there you go. And he was just talking about the other version, which is the vegan home girl, which I'm so excited to hear, and you guys are going to learn. So make sure that you're following this and share with everybody that really wants to improve their health and also know how true transformation from inside out can happen. How are you doing, Theo? Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Jessica. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. It was awesome meeting you at the event, the Pure event. I had an awesome time, and I want to thank you for allowing me to come on your platform and share my journey with your audience.
It's very inspirational, and I love how creative he is, and he's able to use all of this creativity and share it with the world. I never forget. I saw him first before I met him, and he's carrying this huge fork, and he's interviewing everybody, and I thought that was so cool, and it goes totally with his mission and his story. So, Theo, let's start talking about a little bit about your story. Where were you, maybe, let's go back, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, 10 years ago, where you, in your life, you were probably, starting to suffer some health issues. Where did that start? Tell us a little bit about you so the listeners can connect.
Okay. Just to give the people a little background about me, I first became vegan. I'm going to fast forward to it. I ain't trying to give them a life story, but I'm going to get through it quickly. I first became vegan in 2010. I noticed that I gained weight. In 2010, I was 200 pounds. Wow. And now I weigh, 135, 136. But it took a while to get to the point where I am now. And that's the one thing I noticed. When it comes to health and wellness, you have to understand, okay, when you have a problem, you have to attack it. And that's what I did. I graduated in 99, was seeing my classmates on Facebook, overweight. I said, nope, it's not going to happen to me. So I got into eating natural and healthy foods. That's where my journey began. I started eating grass-fed beef, grass-fed eggs, grass-fed milk, all the grass-fed, free range, all that good stuff. All right. So a year and a half later, I noticed that my body was changing. So I didn't want to eat heavy meat no more. Even though the meat was grass fed, I gave it up without realizing that my body was transitioning. I thought, okay, I just lost the taste of it. Okay.
Interesting.
And before I go any further, I was suffering with eczema in my early teenage life. So I had eczema going, lactose intolerance and all that good stuff. Fast forward to the time from the time I left off, I gave up meat. I gave up beef, and 6 months later, I gave up chicken. And like I said, grass-fed, free range, even though it was organic, my body couldn't process it no more for some reason. I was like, okay. So 3 months later, I became vegetarian, and then I noticed when I was cooking an egg, the actual egg looked like the face of a baby chicken. Like, it was like, why am I doing this? This is still meat. So I said, okay, I'm doing away with everything. Milk, egg, cheese, all that stuff. And I didn't know what the term was. So I looked it up on Google. This was in 2010, 10, yeah,
Mhm.
vegan came up. So I said, okay, I'm gonna rock with vegan. All right. Um, Going into the vegan lifestyle, I was buying a whole bunch of vegan junk food for about a year and a half. Then I realized I had another thought in my mind. Why am I buying all this vegan junk food? I'm not buying no vegetables or nothing like that. So that's how when I began my I don't know what you call it, healthy vegan journey.
Mhm.
About a year after I became vegan, somewhere around there. And then fast forward to 2016, I was vegan for like 5, 6 years. Going into 2017, 16, 17, I became raw vegan. So I was raw vegan from 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 for like 5 years.
Wow.
And then I think in 2022, 2021, that's where I can't say it on here, but the C-19 hit, and I had to get 2 jobs because my job was cutting hours, so I had to get a second
Yeah.
job. Then it started to pick up. So I was working 2 full-time jobs, damaging my body. Even though I was eating healthy, drinking a lot of green tea, my eczema came back. And this time when it came back, it wasn't just in patches, it was all over my body from
Oh
head
my
to toe.
goodness.
Even the Yes, and the color of my skin just turned pitch black. The same color you see on my shirt, my color just turned black. I was itching every night.
Oh,
I can actually see the skin fall off my body. There were like dust spots in my apartment. I mean, scales, dandruff all over my hair. My body was just falling apart.
my goodness gracious. So before we continue from this point, because that's pretty, I don't think I've ever heard a situation that extreme. Um,
Mhm.
your journey began with wanting just to lose weight, right? That was the main purpose
Yes,
why you
yes.
started this changing. And then you started to experiment things with your body and you start changing your eating habits. Now, when you were talking about, the grass fed and all of that, that's awesome. It's healthy foods and so forth.
Mhm.
But why did you stop having a desire to eat meat? Because I don't know what that feels like. I've never heard of
Mhm.
somebody who just,
Okay.
I know about people who stopped for because their body rejected or because they don't process it well, but never that you just decided because you didn't have a taste for it anymore. So explain to me how that worked for you.
Mhm. Well, I think it was mentally and physically. It was a combination of both. My body and my mind was telling me it wanted to transition, and I just did it, and
Mm,
it just kind of happened. Um, I did eat a piece of meat when I turned vegan about 2 weeks after I turned vegan, and I said I want that piece of chicken, and I ate it. But when I ate it, it felt like somebody punched me in the gut.
I see.
Um, so after yeah, so that after that experience, I said, you know what, no more. I can't do this no more.
Understood.
I'm not gonna eat meat
And
no
at
more.
this point, Theo, you did not have people like friends or a community. None of you're doing this all on your own.
Oh no. Exactly. Yeah, I was doing
That's
it all on
rough.
my own.
That's
Um
rough for you to just take
it
that
is
discipline.
Yeah, it
That's
was. It
incredible.
was I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it was rough with the support, because when you tell people you don't eat meat, people kind of look at you like you're
Yeah.
alien, you
Yeah.
know.
Especially if you go back at that time when you started that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a lot more
Yes.
common. We have
Yes.
restaurants, especially where we live in South Florida. There's some very nice vegan restaurants. So now it's a little more, and people are more open, right? But it wasn't like that. When it was new, there's
Yes.
always like, what are you doing? That's not going to last. It's not going to stick,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You're right.
Now, you cut meat off, including eggs, anything that has to do with animal, right? You cut that out. And I'm sure that in the beginning, that was probably also difficult because of you finding maybe alternative options. So, and also, it's
Mhm.
more, in my opinion, not even opinion, my understanding, it is much more
Mhm.
expensive to eat that way. If you want to eat organic vegan food, it is expensive. So I'm thinking, like, if a person had a problem like you and they can't afford it, what are they going to do? So what is your take about that? How did you find a way to incorporate this lifestyle and actually be within your budget?
I'm glad you asked me that question, Jessica. That's a question that I get on a daily basis. Okay. So this is how I see it. Okay. We as humans, we do what we do. We go out, we enjoy ourselves. We may go out to a bar, may go out to a club. We may spend money on certain Netflix or streaming, gaming, or whatever. Okay. So what I tell people who want to go vegan, use that money that you use for your disposable income, whether it be $50, $30, whatever. Take that $20, $30, whatever, buy some organic carrots and buy some organic apples. Okay. You don't have to buy everything organic. Me and my wife, I'm the main breadwinner in within the apartment because, she works, but she has like odd jobs. I tell her all the time, I say, baby, here, take the money, get, what I like. It doesn't have to be organic. I do like my apples organic, and I do like, what else? Some other fruit that's organic. If they don't have that, then get the spinach that's organic. Everything does not have to be organic. But I tell people this, the money that you use for your disposable income, use that to buy some organic fruits or buy some organic veggies. They're good because at the same time, you're investing in your health. All right.
Absolutely.
And, I know it can be hard. Yes. Everybody can't live the way I live. Everybody can't buy certain things. Okay. Check this out. Go to Walmart. It doesn't have to be organic. Get you some spinach, get you some cabbage, get you some type of veggies. Also, they have, I forgot what you call those things. Food drives where someplace you can go online and see what churches or charities give out food once a month.
Yeah. And you know what? I
Yes.
just found out about that this year, Theo. We have several places in South Florida where we both live, but that's everywhere. You just have to look. And they have free organic veggies and food and stuff available for free. If you just sign up, in your city or your county, they definitely have that. So look that up. I've been actually benefiting from that myself. And I do have access to organic foods like that, and it's great. I'll tell you, it's great.
Yes.
You just have to look it up.
Yeah, it is. And they give you, and they want to give it away. They give you some. My church right beside my apartment, they have a drive once a month, and I be looking for it. They say, "Hey, you want 2 boxes?" Sometimes I have like 2 or 3 boxes of fresh produce. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So how before we go back to your extreme eczema crisis, how did your body react as far as you receiving the nutrition that you actually needed? Because a lot of times people transition because they want to see which diet is going to work better for their body. And then they realize that they're missing some nutritional things, and it takes time for the body maybe to give you those signals, right? So how was it for you? How did your body adapt? What was the feelings and the processes, your energy level, your mind? How was that working, and how did you cope, and how did you maybe change things around?
Okay, great question. I'm glad you asked that. Okay, so in the beginning, all right, when I first transitioned into the vegan lifestyle, I still wanted to eat things that tasted and looked like meat. So I went to the Beyond Burgers and all that stuff. Okay. Then when I started to inch more towards the nutritional side, okay, my body started to desire more whole foods, stuff without the additives and preservatives and things of that nature. I was slowly guiding my body to a highly alkaline diet. And I tell a lot of vegans this. Just because something is vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. Now, you do have to start somewhere and kind of inch your way up to the alkaline lifestyle. But just because it's vegan does not mean it's healthy. You can still get diabetes. You can still get all these health issues because of the preservatives and the high carbs and the processed food. You can still get certain diseases. Now, how my body reacted was, noticed as got towards a more alkaline diet, my body, my aura, my energy was at a higher level. My frequency was at a higher level.
Really?
And yes, let me tell you. And the closer I got to the raw diet, oh man, that just really set it off right there.
Uh-huh.
That really set it off. Intervene anytime you want to ask me a question, because I can keep going. But
no, I really want to know. Describe to us, what do you mean that you went? How did it feel that you felt elevated in those ways that you just described right now? Tell us, what is that like?
Well, it's more of a spiritual experience, because fresh fruits and veggies have energy. They have clean energy. They're alkaline. They clean your body out. They naturally detox your body. So all those toxins and stuff that I was eating, those preservatives and stuff, I mean, they didn't wash out overnight. Of course, you have to eat a certain amount of food for those things to happen, for everything to be washed out.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: in 2016, 17, when I started that alkaline, high raw vegan diet, I felt amazing. My energy was up. How I felt more sympathetic toward humanity. I was more, when somebody would talk to me, it's like I could read their body language and know what they were thinking. It was a spiritual experience. And when I was eating cooked food, even though I was vegan, I was more of a me type of selfish person. Not just only thinking about myself. But when I became raw, when I came more alkaline, that's what really set it off. And I tell people all the time, you don't have to go fully raw vegan, but if you can just incorporate some micronutrient dense rich foods in your body that is high alkaline, you will see a change. And I know people have this perception of vegans eating nothing but lettuce and spinach all day. I mean, right. But I ain't gonna lie, I do like me some lettuce and spinach now. But the thing about it is eating a highly alkaline diet. That's the purpose. That's what's gonna allow you to get the most out of yourself. Okay, by the foods that you eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, Jessica. I feel amazing right now. I'm working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I still go to the gym after my job.
That's amazing.
I get off work around. I be trying. Get off work around 1 in the morning. Thank you.
Yeah,
and I still go to the gym after work.
That's awesome. You're such a great example and inspiration. And I love that you said this part of the food and how it can change a person's life. And really, our mind and our body is a one thing. And the foods that we eat is linked to our mind and all of us as a soul. And sometimes we still have the tendency up until today, when science already proved that the mind and the body is one, that they still separated because of the medicine still today. Like they're treating something physical and separating things, and they're not separate. So what we eat is so important. I even had guests here on the show, Theo, that I asked them these questions because they're so into this lifestyle that I said, well, if somebody wants to start improving their life, should they start with exercising or should they start with changing their food? The answer was across the board the same. Start with the food. Because the food is so important. And then you can start the exercise little by little, but food is crucial. And I know if I eat something outside of that, my body is like what are you doing? Like totally
Yes.
changes my
Yes.
day. It changes
Yes.
everything. My mind doesn't flow. I don't want to think. Everything stresses you out. And not even counting about the physical effects sometimes of eating it. Your body shows us in different ways. Let's go back now to this part.
Hmm.
You're eating healthy, you're taking care of
Okay.
yourself, but during the pandemic, you had to take another job and you were working more hours than before. Tell us about what happened for you to have such extreme eczema to a point that it was probably affecting your day to day life, and what
Oh, yes.
caused that, and how did you come out of that?
Oh, man. Well, it all. I was drinking too much green tea, not getting enough sleep, which caused the outbreak to go even further. Because I if I would have gotten enough sleep and only had one job, then it would have left. But I've had this eczema for 2 years, 2 years straight. I was in agony, pain, and that's what caused it. The high caffeine consumption. I was drinking green tea, just
Mhm.
straight green tea, no honey, no sugar, organic green tea. But I was drinking it too much, and my body was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" You know, my lymph nodes in my throat, well, in my on my neck was swollen. My lymph
Wow.
nodes in my pelvic area was swollen. Yep, I was. Oh, I was in. Oh my gosh, my skin was like red. It started off with a red patch, and
Ah,
then by year one, my whole body was just black and ashy. Um, and living with that, Jessica, was just. I was trying to figure out. I'm eating healthy. I'm raw vegan. I'm eating healthy.
yeah.
What is it? It was asleep. I wasn't getting no sleep. Sleep, drinking too much caffeine, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but there's a certain ingredient that's in green leafy vegetables. It's called selectites or something like that. It's like a defense mechanism. So when animals eat them, it's something like poison ivy. All
Okay.
plants produce it, but on low levels.
I
Um,
see.
of course, poison ivy produces it on a high level. Um, but I was eating that, and that was causing my eczema outbreaks as well.
But was
Because
that
of my
coming
gut
from the green
microbiome.
tea or from the food?
Well, no, it was a depletion of me depleting myself of sleep and also drinking the green tea, messing up my microbiome.
Ah,
So, you see, so being that my body couldn't really digest the food the way it was supposed to, it caused an influx in my white blood cells. So therefore, it started attacking my immune system, and then that's
wow.
why I had my eczema. You know,
How long
so
did it take you to
sleep
find
plays
that
a
out?
very important role. It took me about a year and a half because I went to a dermatologist. I got blood work done. Um, I was looking at eczema outbreaks, why they happen. So I really had to dive into self-educating myself on what my condition was and on why this was happening to me. So I looked at microbiome videos, digestion videos, and I put two and two together. Yeah, I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm drinking too much caffeine, and my gut microbiome is off balance. My gut all the microbes that were in my gut system are off balance, causing an allergic reaction, causing my body to, um, uh, how can I say it, go against itself.
Yeah, attack itself.
And that was scary. Yes. Yes, that was
That's
scary.
amazing for you to go through it for such a long time, and the dermatologist is probably just looking at the skin, maybe products that you're using, and
Yes.
not necessarily going within, right? So again, the
Yeah. Yeah.
separation,
Yeah.
they can't see. They just specialize in a part of it. So then you're missing the whole other reasons for it, right? I know because I've been
Yes.
through
Yes.
skin rashes, Theo, when I was working and very
Mhm.
stressed. And it was due to the stress
Okay.
because I stopped all the products
Yes.
that he told me. It didn't do anything. So it's a roller coaster sometimes because it takes so much time for you to find out. So I'm happy that you mentioned that you did a lot of studying yourself. You have to go to the doctor, but you also have to do your homework. You know what I'm saying? You can't just
Yes.
give it to somebody else to do it for you. You need to do some of it too. So thank you for sharing that. So when you found that out, what did you do? Because you had to work 2 jobs. What'd you do?
Yeah. I had to work. I just had to suffer through it, work because I needed to pay rent. And that was the time where I met my current wife, Rose. She saw that I was going through it. First time we met, oh my gosh, I love that woman so much. The first time I met her, my eczema stopped itching for like a good 15 minutes. I just was focused on her. But meeting her and, going through that, she really helped me get through it, Jessica. Like, she really was there for me. And at the time, we were just friends. And because of her words, her comforting, her feminine energy that she showed me, her comforting energy. Basically, what I did, I just kept studying, and I just said, okay, I had to transition back into eating cooked food. So I had to eat cooked foods again. I had to find out which type of foods were low inflammatory foods. So I had to do my research again, rice, pears. I did a lot of fruit. The green leafy greens and veggies I didn't really do because of the select types I were in them. I had to find out which foods were easily that could be digested easily.
Right.
Pears, apples, and what else did I do? I had to drink a lot of water. I had to drink a lot of water. What's that? I can't think of the word. I forgot. I had to dilute my bloodstream so that it's a certain type of microorganism that was living in my gut microbiome that I had too much of, and I had to drink some water to dilute it, so that way I wouldn't itch as much at night. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know the medical
No, it's okay.
terminology.
If it comes to your mind, just bring it up again.
Yeah.
That's okay. Very, very
Okay.
interesting. And I love that you had to, of course, I was going to ask you about her, but that you brought up your wife because this was a pivotal time of your life again, because it was at a time that you were going through a difficult time. You were taking care of yourself, but however, life got hard and she was there for you at the right time. And that was amazing because in the past you came out of a relationship that wasn't good for you. And now you actually found somebody who just added so much value and it helped you to get out of this difficult situation. And I'm very happy. I love seeing your post with her. She's beautiful, by the way. I love it. You guys are inspirational.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how long did it take you for you to completely get away from all of this horrible eczema, long-term crisis?
Oh, it took like 2 years, Jessica. It took like 2 years of agony, pain. I saw the difference in 2020, the beginning of 2023. That's when I actually saw the changes. I was getting my sleep more. I was eating bland food every day. I was drinking more water. I left the caffeine alone. Even today, if I have like just a small cup of green tea, I start itching again. I'm like, oh, nope, can't do it.
Wow.
But the caffeine, it's crazy. I eliminate caffeine. Sugar set me off. Hot peppers, I can't really eat hot peppers. The minute I did away with all that at the beginning of 2023, that's when I noticed a change. I noticed my actual regular skin tone started to come together. So I would tell people this: if you are suffering with eczema, do your homework, because that's something serious. Spicy foods was the number one thing that was killing me because I used to eat some hot peppers on my salad to help boost my metabolism.
Yeah.
That was one of my hacks to staying, fit in the gym. I gotta look good for my wife. And, I had to get that up. I said, okay, let me give the peppers up. And she got on me. She said, you need to get those peppers up. I love eating some peppers on my salad. And she caught me one day and she took my fork and beat me upside the head. She said, you're not supposed to eat that. I said, okay, baby.
I love it.
But,
I love it.
But yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. And what about the job situation?
Yeah, okay. So I was working. I'm just gonna tell everybody where I was working. I ain't got no shame in my game. Currently, I work for Tops Transportation, which is a handicap and special needs transportation business. At that time, when I was going through my eczema, that was one of my jobs.
Okay.
One of my main jobs. I was working at a racetrack gas station, the night shift after I got off work. And I would go to racetrack, work from like 12 to like 6 in the morning, come home around 7, had to be at the transportation job at 1. And it just kept going. I was doing that for almost like a year and a half. And
wow.
The money was good, but my health was bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because everything that you told me is always you learning how to listen to your body, and you're very good at this. And I think that most people are not in tune with that. So what is your suggestion? Like, what should people start looking for or paying attention to if they want to start feeling better than they're feeling today?
Okay. I would tell people to take a record. Because some people, this is the thing, Jessica, some people think that diabetes is a regular thing. Some people think that obesity is regular. Some people think that joint pain is regular. That's not regular. You're not supposed to suffer. And that's what I tell people. You're not supposed to suffer at all. Okay. Especially if you are, between us, we're young people. Especially if you're at a young age. What I suggest that you do, for people to do, hang around somebody, go on the internet, look up vegan lifestyle, vegetarian lifestyle, pescatarian lifestyle, the health benefits of pescatarian, the health benefits of alkaline eating. I'm not telling everybody to go vegan. That's not for everybody. Okay. And I understand that, but you got to start somewhere. The best place to start is to probably educate yourself, join groups. Like, you're a part of the pyramid community. Get with the community that promotes health and wellness. Start experimenting. Go to Walmart. Go to the food drives that have these produce for free and that want to give it to you. Start experimenting. Take journals. Okay, am I feeling better? How much weight did I lose? How's my mental health right now? That's the one thing. But the one thing that got me, Jessica, was fear. Once I saw that weight, in 2010, I was 200 pounds. The fear of being overweight in the future got me off my behind. I was like, I got to make a change. And I started doing the research myself. I didn't wait on nobody. I didn't ask nobody to help me. I just did what needed to be done for myself.
I love that so much, because it comes down to really you wanting to take charge of your life. You might get inspired, but you have to do the work. There is no shortcuts. There is no pretending or shoving it away. It's going to catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important. And knowledge is power. And I love this, Theo, because I've been through a natural and transformation myself. And as you know, in the last couple of years, I lost 80 pounds with that transformation, with me making changes. And I didn't do it all at once. I didn't do it because it's not possible. It's overwhelming. You just do one thing, and then after maybe a month or so, I add another one. And then I can also see and register, like you mentioned, the results. And I can say for myself how that affected me, right? And I have been in love with this journey because it's been so rewarding, more than I ever expected it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm happy that you're here, because we want to encourage people that it doesn't matter who you are, where you're living, what age you're in. what your gender is, you can empower yourself and actually make life better. I love that you said that you don't have to be suffering. And I used to feel that way. I said, okay, this is just life, it's just, I'm going to suffer with this and I have to accept it, and you go with it. No, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You're right, Jessica. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. I want you to share. So what are you up to now?
Okay.
And what is your goal now? Because I know you're on a mission of educating people. You've done so much research. You've been experimenting so many different ins and outs about this for now, 16 years. So you have a lot to share, and you're feeling awesome about it. So that energy just flows wherever you go. People just feel it wherever you go. And I want to know what's next for you. So share with the audience.
Okay, so now I am married, and my wife has encouraged me to make more videos. So now I want to show people where to get some healthy food, get some healthy vegan options in South Florida. So Vegan Homeboy on Instagram, follow me on there. Vegan Homeboy on TikTok. I show people where to go to get vegan options at certain restaurants in South Florida. Now, they're not the healthiest choices in the world, but if I can just kind of guide people on where to go, how to order, then that's satisfying for me. But let's face it, some of the restaurants, they use vegetable oil and canola oil, which we know that some of those oils are inflammatory oils. But if you're out with your friends, what are you going to do? Sometimes you don't want to order a salad. Okay. They may have a vegan burger. They may have some fries. They may have some rice with beans and with chicken, but you can order that rice and beans without the chicken. And the platon is on the side as well. So basically what I do, I have my Instagram channel, is to basically educate people on where to go and how you can hack the menu to have vegan options. Or if you're not vegan, okay, you can hack the menu to make your meal vegetarian. I really want to get into the vegetarian vegan because when I started as a vegetarian and then transitioned into the vegan. I don't want to push the vegetarian community out the way. But you have some vegetarians who want to transition, just don't know how. Okay, well, just do it slowly. You don't have to jump into it. Experiment more with milk, almond milk, cashew milk. Experiment more with vegan cheeses. Okay, if you want to go more alkaline, go into the cashew cheese, cashew nutritional yeast. So I just want to basically educate people just on where to go within South Florida, and hopefully I'm gonna do some of the big chains as well. But I'm doing mainly small restaurants right now. And I'm just letting people know, okay, you can make this vegan, you can make this vegetarian. You just got to know how to hack the menu. And I do go to some vegan restaurants out as well, because we have a lot of them down here in South Florida. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I love the videos that you've done there. And I think that would be great to bring awareness to other vegan restaurants around the United States who might want you to pay them a visit. But also spread the word, because I don't think that concentration of vegan or vegetarian restaurants is as popular everywhere in the United States. So maybe that's bringing more awareness to people to learn that, and seeing the benefits of it and just trying it out. I really appreciate that you're here today. I know that you have your brand. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with that and your line and the mission on that.
Yes. So I am going to start my own clothing line. This is the Vegan Homeboy t-shirts I'm going to sell online. It has more color. These I call these the Metro design, and this is the classic design. This is the design that I had when I first started the Vegan Homeboy page. This one, I don't know if you can see it. This is the Vegan Homegirl one. I don't want to take it down because of the glare of the light. But I also make Vegan Homeboy and Vegan Homegirl t-shirts.
That's awesome.
We're going to try to make vegan homeboy and homegirl hoodies as well. I'm getting with, there's a manufacturer in Hollywood, Florida that I'm working with right now. We're trying to get that up and running. So when those shirts and those hoodies are available, I will be sure to let you know. You can get
Awesome.
the shirts right now, actually.
The t-shirts. Okay. Sounds good.
Yes.
So tell us how the viewers can reach you. Where are you? Which platforms you're in, and what's your how they can find you.
Yes, I'm on Instagram, Vegan Homeboy, and I'm also on TikTok, Vegan Homeboy, and I have a few videos on YouTube also, Vegan Homeboy. I'm trying to get the podcast thing set up. I'm not really. I just put the camera in front of me and shoot. I don't have that good setup like you, Jessica. I'm working on it. But I am trying to start that podcast soon. So Instagram, Vegan Homeboy, TikTok, Vegan Homeboy, and YouTube, Vegan Homeboy.
I love it. I love it. I love the name of the brand. I miss seeing your fork today, but I love the fork and your mic.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I love your energy. And I want to make sure that if you're listening to this, he has a mission to bring true nutrition and empowerment through food. And as we spoke, this is not just about taste. This is about a transformation of the body and mind, and even a spiritual transformation through food. It is an amazing thing. So if you guys are following Theo on his social media platforms, please do so and support this mission that he's starting in South Florida and is about to go out of Florida into other states of this country and hopefully around the world, to bring awareness for you to keep listening to your body, to learn to listen to your body so you can empower it to feel the best that it can possibly feel. And Theo now is at the best phase of his life. He's loving it, and he attracted everything. He's attracting the new business. He's attracting the best woman, man. His wife is incredible. Everything because of the good choices that he's been planting throughout these years. So this is how important this is. So please make sure that you're supporting him. Click the like button on this show. Make sure you share it too to all your friends and family. This is a way that you can show support and bring awareness. And subscribe. This show is brought by the I Am Beast Network and the Andre the Beast Creighton. And our sponsors today is the best aloe vera juice in the world, which is Forever Living, and the Ultimate Life Transformation Company, Purium, with Superfoods, who has changed both my life and Theo's life. It is the best vegan superfood in the world as a supplement, ready for you to eat. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to do anything. It's just ready. You just have to mix it and you're good to go. My name is Jessica Javens, and this is Jessica Javens Talk.
Baby, don't you like me? Baby girl, you are so pretty, pretty.